Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Monique Renee and today I am finally reviving my tarot card series. I know it's been a while. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the Magician card. That's also what I am drawing today. This is the third video in this series and I will also have the other videos linked in the little eye above, so please check those out if you haven't already. And today I am also going to be talking about why I took a pretty long break from the series. So this card is the Magician. It is part of the Major Arcana. It is the first card in the Major Arcana, and basically this card symbolizes the first person that you, the person you're reading for, meets along their hero's journey. So I've talked briefly about this, but the Major Arcana basically describe the hero's journey. So this is the first person you meet that is sort of a mentor or someone that you can look up to, someone that symbolizes like incredible power, incredible confidence, is able to just do these really cool things and kind of be the person that you can also become, but you're not quite there yet. So this card can mean a lot of different things to different people, like pretty much every card in a tarot deck. So I'm going to be talking about kind of what it means personally for me and why I chose some of the symbolism that goes into this card. To me, the Magician is someone that I admire, someone that I would like to kind of take inspiration from, and someone who I may want to not become, but someone who would influence my life in a really positive way, and someone that I can look up to, someone who I really respect. So I drew a person. I honestly, a lot of this was intuitive. I just wanted to draw someone who's happy and content, because at least at this point in my life, someone who is happy and content and knows who they are and what they're about, and someone who is just really stable, that is something that I admire, and that is something that I want. So that's why I drew this person. She's confident, she's happy, she's in charge, she knows what she's doing, she's surrounded herself with the things that she loves, and she's just having a great time. And she knows that she's powerful, she knows she has all this power within her, and she's not afraid to show it off. She's having these floaty rocks, and she's just content with herself. So, as with all of my cards, I do choose a herb and a crystal. I chose Mugwort for the herb and Carnelian for the crystal, and these herbs and crystals kind of symbolize that confidence for me, that confidence, that inner power. The Magician is a very powerful person, not only in their abilities, but just who they are. So I kind of wanted to choose those to symbolize that as well. I did take some inspiration from some really common themes used in the Magician cards. For example, I did include all of the suits of tarot in the background of this piece. So I included a cup, which is a water bottle. I wanted it to be more modern. So the cup, the sword, wand, and the pentacle. And I kind of wanted to incorporate them a little more subtly than in some of the other like the Rider-Waite deck kind of has them all like displayed. I kind of wanted this to be more subtle. Like, she doesn't need to show off that she has all this knowledge and she knows all this stuff. She just inherently does. And she's, just comfortable with that. And yeah, that's the Magician card. I hope you guys enjoy it. I would love to know if you have any different meanings for this card, or if the card means something different to you, or if you would do anything different with the symbology. I really love hearing what you guys, think about all this stuff in general. So please throw those opinions my way. Now let's talk a little bit about why I took a break. It has been quite a few months since I last uploaded a tarot card video, and that is because when I started this series, I was working in Salem, Massachusetts, and I was working at this really cool witchcraft shop, and I mentioned in my earlier videos that I am a practicing witch, so having a job where I could express that freely and also help other people learn more about witchcraft and magic and power and the earth. And it was just amazing. It was a dream come true for me, and I was so happy to be there and so grateful for that opportunity. However, shortly after I started this series, I got sick, which all of you know. If you watch my videos often, you'll know at least. And I had to go into the hospital for a few weeks. When I came out, my boss told me that I no longer had a job. So that it ended up starting a chain of events that I didn't expect, because when it first happened, I was kind of like, oh, okay, I understand, whatever, it's fine. But then as more time went on, the more I started to realize how extremely upset I was about the whole situation. I don't want to badmouth the place that I was working at, because I love all my coworkers, and I don't have, at least at this point, I don't have any bitterness toward them or toward the establishment or my boss or anything. That's all behind me. But at the time, it kind of shattered me, honestly. I loved working there so much. I just felt so much growth, and every day I went to work, I felt fulfilled and happy, and even if I was having a bad day health-wise, I still was excited to go to work. And even though I was kind of killing myself by working so much, it was what I wanted to do, and I felt so fulfilled being there. So when I lost that job, and when I no longer had a reason to leave my apartment, and I just felt really sad. And it started off a chain of events where I realized how rough my mental health was getting. And I guess in a way, maybe I'm grateful for it, because I think that is what kickstarted me into eventually, finally getting help with my mental health. And I have started seeing a therapist again. I am working on a lot of the things that I haven't been working on because of my anxiety and my depression and stuff that I'm very open with. And my mental health had gotten to a point where I really needed to address it. And I didn't realize that until, I guess, some kind of cataclysm happened to where I was like, okay, you know what, now I really know something's wrong, something needs to change. And that catalyst was losing that job. Understandably, I think, at least, tarot was kind of the last thing that I wanted to think about, because every time I would try to think about designing my own cards again, I would think about my job and the witchcraft store, because that's where I was mainly doing a lot of my research for this project, was, in between downtime at my job and reading the books that they had. And whenever I would think about working on this project, I would just become really sad, because it would remind me of my old job. And I didn't want to feel like that, and I didn't want to deal with it, so I didn't work on this project, and I put it aside until I was ready. And I'm really glad that I did, because this project really means a lot to me. It is very, very personal, and something that really makes me excited and makes me feel good. And I want to make it the best that I possibly can. I want this to be something that I'm proud of. And in the frame of mind that I was in after the whole thing with my job happened, I was not in a good state of mind to create something that I would have been proud of. I feel like those feelings of resentment and bitterness and anger would have come out in my work, and that's not the feeling that I wanted for my tarot deck. So I am sorry that it has taken me so long to create a new one, because I know a lot of you guys are excited about this series and have been asking me about it. But at the same time, I'm not sorry for taking the time away that I needed in order to make this project what I want, because ultimately this is for me. I'm making this project for myself to connect with tarot, connect with my spirituality, and hopefully teach you guys as well. But ultimately, that's where I stand. But I'm very, very happy to say that now, finally, after working with my therapist for a few months and changing up my medication and really working on some therapy at home that has been very, very useful to me. Finally, I feel like I'm in a much better place. Like I said, I don't have any resentment toward my job anymore. I do understand where my old boss was coming from. I don't quite agree with the way it went down still, but I'm no longer angry about it. It's just the way that the world works sometimes, and I've moved past it. And funnily enough, I do sell my prints in that store now, so they carry my artwork, and I still go in all the time and replenish their stuff. So I still get to go there and, say hi to my old coworkers and keep up with the shop and stuff. So luckily I've been able to really just move past it, move past those horrible feelings, and just, continue doing what I like to do. So maybe I also kind of channeled some of that energy into this magician piece as well, because the magician is someone I would like to be, and I would like to think that I am working on becoming the person that I want to be. And ultimately, that's what tarot is for me, is, self-improvement and discovering who you are and your place in the universe. And that's just something I'm working on slowly but surely as I bumble my way through life. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm very excited to be working on this again. Let me know if you have any suggestions for some upcoming video ideas. I do have quite a lot, but I love to hear you guys' suggestions as well. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!